Hi, I am Goddess Cree. I am back with another divine message. The angel numbers I have 12 and 3. So 12 is asking you to utilize your natural skills to create a better future for yourself and others. It's a reminder to focus on positive thoughts and positive energy, a push to leave your comfort zone. You are supported by the universe. So 12 breaks down to a 3. And this is spiritual alignment. You are in harmony with the universe. You are supported. Trust your inner wisdom. 3 stands for divine trinity, which is mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so angel number 3, divine trinity, mind, body, and spirit. So let's get into it. Hope everybody's having an awesome Tuesday. I am taking a restful day today, enjoying my rest. So let's get a message for the collective. We have the yin energy, which is the feminine energy. So we have the yin energy. Okay, something is not for you, feminine energy. Okay, let's see. What's the other message? What else? What's not for the feminine energy? What's not for them? Okay, let's see. Okay. There's a truth that is about to be told. Something is not for you, and truth is about to be told. Okay. What else? What else about this truth? What else about this truth? Okay. Here and now. So something is going on now. And it's going to bring in truth. Let's get one more. One more for the collective. One more. Higher power. That came out yesterday. So this is a divine message. Okay. This is a divine message. So this has to do with a feminine energy. This is the yin energy. Spirit says it is not for you. And this will be the truth. And this is happening now. And this is a message from the divine, from a higher power that is directing you. Okay. All right, so let's see. Can we get any other messages to support this yin energy? There's a truth that is being told that's happening now. And there is a higher divine energy. Ooh, okay. So we have illusions. So this is fears and illusions, limitations, anxiety, comfort zone, overthinking, and a negative outlook, which almost came out in the crossing. But we're going to take it in the upright. So, this has to do with limitations and your comfort zone. So, Okay, we got closed off and guarded here. So this has to do with some fears that the feminine energy may be going through, some anxiety, possibly some overthinking, a negative outlook. Whatever this is has to do with, Spirit said it's not for you, and this is the truth that's being told. And this is happening now for you. You are feeling a little bit defensive, closed off and guarded. Okay. And that's probably because you recognize it's not, whatever's going on is not for you. Okay. Anything else collective needs to know? Anything else collective needs to know? What is with the truth be told? Okay, so we have keys on the ring in reverse. So this is usually talking about someone that has to make decisions about many options. So that's no longer in play. Whoever this is not juggling options, many options anymore. You're no longer being strung along here. So I'm going to go ahead. This came out in the cross, and I'm going to take this in the cross. And this is the fears and the illusion card. Because what I just got, what Spirit just said, is that this feminine sees the illusions. This feminine sees this information. She sees the illusions. And that is why she is cut off and guarded. Closed off and guarded. And she is no longer dealing with many options. Okay. Let's see. What else? She does have clarity and truth here. Okay, so she realizes that whatever this situation was, it's not for her. This is the truth, and this is something that's happening now. And it looks like she's being led by a higher power. Okay, what else collective needs to know? Yeah, and this has to do with the relationship, and we have reunion in reverse. So this is yin and yang energy. The union is in reverse. So this union, she has clarity on a union, and it's not meant for her, and that is the truth. Wow. So we have Venus, an offer of love, in crossing as well. Wow. Wow. So, anything else for the collective? Yeah. This had to do with external parties and situations, a karmic partner, friends, or family. It says external party. Okay. So this feminine energy, she knows. It looks like she already knows there is clarity here. Okay. Yeah. We have, wow. We have reunion soul ties in reverse. She knows. And we have self-worth and high vibration in the upright. Healing. Healing, unworthiness, expectations and value, self-worth, high vibrational. Wow. Let's see. Yep. You are being guided by your spiritual guides. You have the assistance and support of your spiritual guides. And then we have North Node and Destiny. Baby, you own your destiny. So it looks like this feminine energy is already aware. This is not for her. This is the truth being told. This is happening in the here and now. And she is being guided by a higher power. So she is seeing the illusions, no longer having the fears of moving on. That's why that came out in the crossing. Spirit wanted me to take that in the crossing and not in the upright. Because there is change here. That is the reason why this feminine energy is cut off and guarded. Defensive. She is a little bit wounded, but she is still a warrior. And then we have the many options in reverse. So, yeah, it's nothing wrong with being solo dolo until you heal yourself and get over the fears and illusions and overthinking and having a negative outlook. There is no problem with being solo dolo. Where we mess up at is jumping from one relationship to another. The energy of I gotta have someone in my life and not spending that time by yourself in order to heal. And so this is truth. This is the second time truth has came out. Truth be told is up top here. And then we have truth here with clarity, heightened intuition, seeing things. Okay? So this feminine energy sees it for what it is. There is no union here. Okay? As far as a love offer, that's on the fence as well because it came out in the crossing. And this had to do with external parties and situations. Whoever this person was, whether it's romantic, family, or friends, this was a karmic situation. And then we had reunion in the reverse, which is confirmation for the union. It's in the reverse. So Spirit is asking or wants that feminine energy to understand their worth, keep their vibration high. Heal yourself. Expect the best. And because you are valuable. And then, like I said, you have the guidance of your spiritual guides here. You have assistance. This says divine guidance. Listen to the signs and synchronicities of your guardians. And she is in her North Node, which is her destiny. So remember that you have a North Node and a South Node placements in your birth chart. So your South Node is usually your lower vibration. And your South Node and your North Node has a zodiac assigned to it. So just because we were born on a certain day under a certain zodiac sign, that doesn't mean you're going to be fully that zodiac sign. It depends on how many different placements that you have, which cultivates who you are. So that's why I always mention towards the end of my read about your birth chart. Your birth chart explains to you who you are based on the energies of the zodiacs that are under that particular sign. So North Node came out. North Node is a high vibrational. That is your high vibrational end of your birth chart. And South Node is the lower vibrational end of your birth chart. So everyone should know what is in your south node and in your north node. It explains to you who you are. Do you know who you are? So for instance, my north node is Sagittarius, fire, even though I am a Libra. So your north node is your higher vibration. And these cards actually are mimicking each other. So this is higher power, and this is north node, which is your higher vibration in your birth chart. And this is your destiny. This tells you how you maneuver through your life, what energy you're going to exude in order to move through your life, as far as, you know, how you handle business, how you handle money, how you handle everything. So this is talking about fate. This is talking about evolving. It says finding the life path, karmic challenges, and rewards. So in order to find your life path, you will have challenges. So you have to get over those challenges, which you will be rewarded in the end. So as I said, we have easy lessons or we have hard lessons. It just depends on everybody's perception of how things are. So your perception is different than somebody else's perception, which will gauge how hard your challenges are. Okay? So awesome. Let's get one more for the collective. Anything else we need to know? Anything else the collective needs to know? Get one more card, please. Okay, so this will be a new start for you. The Ace of Fire came out. This is definitely going to be a new start after you realize something was not for you. This is the truth that's being told. It's happening here and now. And this is a higher power that basically brought this to your vision. So this is the Ace of Fire. This is passion after you have evolved, after you found your life path, after you listened to your spiritual guides, after you knew your self-worth and brought your vibration up, regardless of all of this other stuff that happened. So this says a new start, attraction, creation, desire, a new venture, job. Take action. That's awesome. Take action. So Spirit says, take action. You have earned your new spark, your new start. Here we go with the stuttering. I think we still in Mercury retrograde. Yep, I think it's until March 20th. So if you notice you're stuttering, or you having communicational issues, issues with computers and technology and things like that, we're still in Mercury retrograde. So congratulations, feminine. Divine feminine. Congratulations. You are now in your destiny, and you have been granted a new start because you understood the assignment. You know, that's why it's always important to stay tapped in and listen to your intuition. So I always, here lately, I've been talking about your intuition is your security system. It will let you know, your body will respond to people and situations that you don't need to be in. It's up to you to listen. And you listened here with the illusions and the fears. And then you guarded yourself. And then you made what? You made some changes. There are no longer many options here. You understood the assignment. You have the clarity. There is no union. The offer is sideways because it involves external parties. There will not be a reunion here because you know your self-worth. The spiritual guides are assisting you. You are in your north node, which is your high vibration. Self-worth and high vibration. North node and destiny on the table. Okay, so higher power, spiritual guides, assistance. So in your destiny, there is a new start that you were granted, which is awesome. All right, so let's see what Tarot has to say. Tarot has any messages? Wow. Yeah. And it flipped in the reverse. This is the Two of Cups. Two of Cups upright is usually talking about partnership or unity. There's an imbalance and a disharmony in that relationship that you were in. So that's why there's a separation. So this is on point. You saw that card flip over. This is on point. So there's a separation that came, and that's the closed off and the guarded, being defensive. Wow. Anything else collective needs to know? Okay. Yeah, we got the King of Swords. So this is powerful leadership energy. So Spirit is saying you have you think things through all perspectives, and I just talked about perspectives. And this is the King of Swords with the authority. And you use your discerning energy. You discern this situation. So you use your intuition here. Awesome. Okay. Anything else collective needs to know? Anything else? Okay, let's see. Any other message for collective? Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands, fire, Aries energy. So Spirit is asking you continue to be confident, be optimistic, stay strong. Be optimistic and stay strong regardless of what's going on here. They are proud of you. Let's see. Anything else? Yep. You're on a healing journey. This is the Six of Swords. Spirit says, move forward. You are now in calmer waters. Wow. So we have air, Aquarius energy out here. We have fire, Aries. We also have Gemini, which is also air. And we have water, which is Cancer. Okay. So Tarot says there was an imbalance here. There was a disconnect. There was a separation. And Spirit says that you were able to see things in a different perspective. And that's because you are intelligent. You are an intelligent, logical leader. Because you use your discerning energy, your intuition. Okay. So Spirit says move forward with confidence with the Six of Swords. So it says be mindful of what you take with you when you move away from your problems. Okay. And then it also is talking about your journey, healing, moving forward, escape, calmer waters, stability, relief, shelter, protection, and guidance. Wow. Okay. So this is talking about being guided. So divine feminine energy, you knew that it was not for you. That was the truth being told through actions. This is happening in the here and now, and you have the support and protection of the spiritual guides, of the higher power, and that came out twice on the table. Not only that, angel number 3 talks about spiritual alignment. So that meant you were spiritually aligned. And it also says that you were in harmony with the universe. You are supported. Trust your inner wisdom. And you did. You trust your inner wisdom. That's why illusion and fears came out in the crossing. That's why you became guarded and closed off to protect yourself. Okay? And angel number 3 is also talking about divine trinity, mind, body, and spirit. So when you are connected with spirit, spirit will reveal things to you through visions, through dreams, just through conversation with other people. Spirit will reveal things. Okay, so let's get a couple of more messages from changing life situations. Let's see what else. Okay, so we have behind the veil that came out, which it says, welcome the uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and be okay with not knowing. Okay, so it looks like divine feminine, you have done that. Okay, let's see. What else does divine feminine need to know? Any other suggestions? Anything else? Wow. Create a new identity. Embrace change and rediscover yourself. Crafting a narrative aligned with your true essence. So, yes, once we go through certain things and changes, we change things about ourselves. Once we realize and we learn the lesson of something that's not for us, we change things about ourselves. We're not going to continue going through, we're not going to learn the same lessons over and over. At some point, you do have to close a cycle and move forward. And yes, you do create a new. You come out a new. So with every spiritual death, you're going to come out a new. Okay? All right. So let's see. Anything else? Seek clarity. Embrace honesty. Face consequences and sharpen your focus for personal growth. And you seek clarity. Clarity came out. So that's confirmation. Let's get one more. One more message for the collective, please. Ignite your ambitions. So this says, pursue desires with drive and face consequences bravely. Keep an open mind as answers reveal your journey. And I believe that you are doing that, divine feminine. You are keeping an open mind. And that's because you're vibing high. Okay? So you have the ability to see behind the veil. That's why illusions and fears came out crossing. You understood that this situation was not for you. You are now created a new identity by embracing the change and rediscovering yourself. You are seeking the clarity, embracing honesty, and igniting your ambition, pursuing your desires. And that was the last card pull, which is your passion and desires. This is your new start. This is a creation, new venture. Awesome. All right, so let's see what the angels have to say. Let's get an angel message. Angel message for the collective. What message do the angels have for the collective? blessings and abundance. Confirmation. And on the bottom we have, wow, strength and guidance. And that's more than one card. Strength and guidance. And since I pulled that card as well, it says take charge and action. So you have 3 messages from the angels. The first one is blessings and abundance. The second one is strength and guidance. And the third is take charge and action. Awesome. Okay, let's check the signs to see who this may resonate with. So this message was strictly for a feminine. Strictly for a feminine. Divine feminine. So this is going to be Pacific, gender Pacific today. Of course, you could put it where you could change up the energy, because we do all carry yin and yang energy. It just depends on the timeline you're in as far as where you are in your life. Certain things come into play. So this could go with excuse me, bless me. This could apply to a masculine, but I'm picking up more on feminine energy. Okay, so this may resonate with a Aries, a Sagittarius, a Virgo, Cancer, Taurus, and a Pisces. Happy birthday, Pisces babies. So once again, if this is not one of your signs, this could be in your birth chart and one of your placements. I am Goddess Cree, and this was a divine message. Please click that like, subscribe. Let me know if this resonates with you. Also share to someone that you know may have went through a situation and had to cut themselves off, whether it's family or a romantic relationship or friends. You know, we sometimes have to cut people off and move forward in order to find our life path. Okay? Because everybody is not rooting for you, but I'm rooting for you. Okay? So peace, love, and light. I love you guys. Have a good evening. Bye.